Hey everybody, it's that time once again when I bring you an update on my Patreon campaign, and in doing so remind you that my Patreon campaign is a thing that exists, which you can contribute to if you feel like it and if you're able to. That's actually the main reason why I do these videos. Shh. Sneaky, ain't I? Anyway, if you like the work that I do here on YouTube, if you enjoy my videos, you get something out of them, and you can afford it, and you want to, you can support me and support this channel with a small or as large as you like monthly donation through Patreon. You can go to www.patreon.com/Steve Shives and join my Patreon campaign from $1 a month on up to any amount you think you can afford and you think I deserve, and I would very much appreciate your help. Now, to sort of help give you a sense of where the money is going and to give me something to aim for as the Patreon campaign continues to grow and I continue to get more income through it, I have set several milestones for myself. Now, several of these milestones have already been reached, and thank you guys so much who are already joining my Patreon campaign for helping me reach those milestones. At the moment, there are 3 more milestones that I have yet to reach, that I have identified, and the nearest of those milestones is at the $1,500 a month level. When I reach the $1,500 a month level in my Patreon campaign, that is when I will produce and begin releasing brand new audio-only podcasts of the An Atheist Reads series, which is something that you guys who are fans of the An Atheist Reads series that I do have been asking for virtually since the beginning. When I get to $1,500 a month, that will finally be the point when I really sit down and invest the time and also the money necessary to make really high quality An Atheist Reads podcasts that will be worth the preposterous weight that I have put you through to receive them. I'm going to go through all of my old scripts. I'm going to rewrite them, go through, see if I can polish anything up, see what I could do differently or do better than I did the first time around, and then I'm going to re-record original audio, high-quality audio versions of all of those An Atheist Reads series, starting with The Case for Christ, the first one I did way back like 3 years ago, on up through all of the ones I've done since then, and then produce them concurrently with the new series that I do in video form as I go. It's going to be a big project. That's one of the reasons why I made it a Patreon milestone, but I think it's going to be worth it to have new, fresh, high-quality audio podcast versions of these series, which many of you have been kind enough to say have meant something to you and been of use to you. So if you enjoy the An Atheist Read series and you'd like to see it in audio podcast form, more portable, you can listen to it in the car, you can listen to it while you're going for a jog or whatever, consider contributing to the Patreon campaign, because I'm so close, $1,500 a month, and that's when that happens. The next milestone beyond $1,500 a month is at the $2,000 a month level, and at that level is when I begin producing a live weekly audio podcast. I've had the idea to do something like this for quite a while, and there are others who do similar things to this. Seth Andrews, of course, does the Thinking Atheist podcast, which is sort of my role model for this sort of thing. That is excellent. Aaron Ra does the Raw Men podcast now, which is also a Google Hangout show. I don't know if I'll do that as well as the audio podcast. I might just do something like a live audio broadcast and then upload the audio to the YouTube channel and to various podcast outlets after the fact. But yeah, a live weekly podcast. It'll be sort of an audio distillation of the channel as a whole. Of course, we'll talk about atheism, we'll talk about religion, we'll talk about politics, we'll talk about pop culture, there'll be some funny stuff. And I'll get to have maybe some more direct, immediate interaction with you guys. I can take calls or have on guests, and it'll be a lot of fun, and I'm really looking forward to it. $2,000 a month Patreon milestone. Live weekly podcast from yours truly. And then the third defined milestone is at this point the $3,000 a month level, and that is the point at which I really do a major reinvestment in my production facilities. I get a new camera, maybe multiple cameras. I get new lights, better sound equipment for recording audio while recording video. All kinds of things that maybe will enable me to continue to do the same things I've been doing, but do it a little better, a little higher production value, produce a better quality product of the sort of things that I've been doing all along. It's something that I feel like I kind of need to do, but I need to be able to afford to do it in a major way and do it right. So that's $3,000 a month. Those are the milestones that I still have defined. Thank you guys who have become a part of the campaign up to this point, who have enabled me to get closer to those milestones. And to you guys watching, please consider joining the campaign if you haven't, to help me reach those milestones a little faster. One of the benefits that you get if you become a patron of my campaign is that once a month I hold a live a live Google Plus Hangout. I'm still on live weekly podcast. Once a month I hold a live Google Plus Hangout, and anybody can watch, whether you're a Patreon contributor or not. It's broadcast live on my YouTube channel. But if you are a patron, you can join me live in the Hangout. And these have become pretty popular. Almost every month for the last 6 or 7 months, we've had near full houses in the Patreon Hangouts, where patrons can click on the join link that I post in the patrons only feed on my Patreon page, and you can join me live on the air in the Hangout. And we basically spend an hour talking about whatever you guys want to talk about. We talk about movies, we talk about current events, we talk about politics, religion, atheist related stuff. We talk about whatever is the topic in the room. And the temperature in the room changes radically depending on what the subject is. The most recent Hangout we had was our 13th, and it was on September 20th, and it's, again, posted on my YouTube channel if you want to go back and watch it or any of the past Patreon Hangouts that we've done to sort of get an idea, if you've never seen one, what they're like. But the most recent one was kind of serious. We talked about some serious stuff, but it was really nice. It was a really interesting, cathartic, and I feel very productive conversation, and very mature adult conversation. Which I occasionally fear that we don't do enough in this YouTube corner of atheism. But it was really wonderful, and I invite all of you who didn't watch it to check it out, and if it sounds like something you would be interested in participating in, consider joining the Patreon campaign, because you get a chance, if you can get in the room quick enough before it fills up, you can join me and the rest of my patrons who are in the room once a month for a Patreon Google Plus Hangout. It's so much fun. It's something that I look forward to every month. And the next one, by the way, is going to be on Sunday, October 25th, starting at noon Eastern Time. So whether you are a patron already and you like joining me for the Hangouts, or whether you're thinking of becoming a patron and you might want to try out the Hangout this month, October 25th, Sunday, noon Eastern is when it starts. And I hope I see some new faces and, of course, some familiar faces as well, as I always do. One other benefit for joining the Patreon campaign is if you join the campaign at a level of $5 a month or more, I will give you a shout out at the end of these videos, as I'm about to do right now. So here are the new $5 or more a month patrons that I have accumulated since the last time I did one of these videos about a month ago. Again, if you want me to say your name in the next one of these videos, all you have to do is contribute to the Patreon campaign, $5 a month or more, and you get your name said on the air, like these folks right now. Alicia Gillis, thank you, Alicia. Christopher Jones, thank you, Christopher. M. McCune, thank you, M. McCune. Cybernetic Skeptic, thank you, Cybernetic Skeptic. Dan Moody, thank you, Dan. Ryan Razan, or Raisin, I'm not sure how that's pronounced. I apologize if I screwed it up, but thank you very much, Ryan. And Renee Skeptic. Thanks, Renee. Well, those are the new patrons I have acquired this month at the $5 or more level. Thanks to you guys. Thanks to all of you guys who have been a part of the campaign for helping me out. I cannot tell you how much I appreciate it. Again, www.patreon.com/Steve Shives if you can afford it, and if you feel like it and you want to join the Patreon campaign. It helps me out tremendously. It enables me to do this work that I really enjoy doing and that I am so gratified to know actually means something to quite a few of you as well. So thank you guys for watching my update video again this month, and I will be back in about a month to talk about this some more. Thanks for being part of the Patreon campaign, and thanks to everyone for watching.